the central banks, well, real quick, they're doing a swap line. So CBDC is on its way. Okay, CBDC is on its way. So what they're doing is, hold on. Might as well just go ahead and get in it.
Hi guys, David Clues here. I hope you're all well. So look, the system crashed in 2008 and it was knackered then, but the central banks printed trillions upon trillions to prop it up. Then, of course, 2000, a mysterious virus came about in Wuhan, and then we had, I say that with forked tongue, we then get trillions more printed, okay? Then inflation starts. Now, the banks, the central banks, the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England said interest rates are going to stay low. Federal Reserve said we're not thinking about raising rates until 2023. So all these banks that went belly up were really just following the advice of the Federal Reserve, who lied. And now inflation's a big thing. But look, this, and I'm not an oracle here. I just listen to people brighter than me, okay? This is what's going to happen. These banks are going to keep failing. They're going to keep creaking. They can't survive at interest rates at the levels we're at. The country can't survive. And then what's going to happen is they'll fail. And then the governments will come in and say, well, see, look, commercial banks, you can't trust them. Who needs choice? Why don't we all just have a bank account with the government? And it'll be the central bank and it'll never run out of money. And we'll give you this brand fancy new digital currency. So, look, there's some people are saying it's all down to incompetence. Of course, there's a lot of incompetence going on here, but that can't excuse it all. It's all part of the plan. Banks are going to fail. Central banks are going to come in. They're going to bring in CBDCs. Unless something happens. We say no. Maybe the big banks will say no. But we need to fight back against it. And then if they do bring them in, just not use them. Use our own currencies. Speak to you later. Bye-bye. Hi guys,
absolutely true. Everything he just said there. Federal Reserve, the Fed, and the central banks of the UK, Canada, Japan, the ECB, I don't know what that is, and Switzerland announced a coordinated action to improve liquidity provision through the standing US dollar liquidity swap line. So, what's happening here? And we'll look for the FedNow website to see exactly what it looks like. But what's going on is, so now you're hearing these banks collapse. Swiss Bank in Switzerland, all of them, they're collapsing. What's funny to me, it seems like it's the banks that are part of the Western civilization that's collapsing. So now they're saying that we're going to bring these banks a little bit together real quick, just so the money can flow through faster for the deposit. That is centralizing world banks. When you saw that SVB collapsed and the government said, we're going to just hurry up and, we'll back them up. They effectively nationalized that bank, because while we're backing you up, we're putting our people in there. And that's why you have a Sleepy Joe who said, we're going to fire the managers. Before I even start looking for FedNow, let me say this. That does feel overwhelming, right? But look at what we're doing on the chat. Look at what Broken Traditions has said. I'm going to send you the link to the interview. You're going to find some resources there. And we're talking about this stuff, right, guys? And we're learning and we're being aware. And then we can spread it out and let other people know what's really going on. But we have people that we're meeting and we're connecting with during all of this destruction that's taking place. We're connecting with people and we're finding that there are still good people out here, and we'll grow. We'll like, it's like the snowball effect. It'll work, even if we don't agree on everything, but we still have the eyes to pull the veil out, see it for what it is, and say, let's try to find solutions. And that is what you're going to need when it comes about. .org. Go find solution. Central Bank Financial Services. Right now, what it's doing is it's like, hey, let's give you some advice. And it's a prototype collateral. The Federal Reserve Banks administer collateral pledged by financial institutions, saving bonds. Okay, they're going to show you that banks are collapsing, banks are collapsing, banks are collapsing. And then the government's just going to say, you know what, guys, why are you even wasting time with a third party? You're going to pay fees. You're going to have problems. You don't know if your money's going to be in the bank. Hey, listen, just come straight to the government. You got it right here. FedNow. You could access your money the same way how you've been doing it anyway. What's the difference? You've been paying stuff digitally through your phone, and guess what? You don't have to, even better, you don't have to wait for it to pend, to come out. It's pending to come out of your account. It comes out automatically. And listen, hey, we could back some of those overdraft fees for you. We could link everything. Matter of fact, we could link everything to FedNow. Why don't we link your IDs to FedNow too? Why don't we do that too? Now you got one account. Listen, hey, one password, one account. You got your passport on here. We got your license on here. We got your money here, social security number, everything. So now instead of you always having to have a bunch of stuff in your pockets or remembering your passwords that you just change every 6 months, you don't have to change with us. Keep one password. That's your password. Isn't it easy? We're the government and we're here to help. And you better run the other way. Okay, because when that happens, what they're effectively saying is like, you know what, look, they get even better. You can put your medical records here too. Yeah, no, that's only for you to see. Yeah, your friends they're not gonna see. Only you can see that. And this is the government, so we can't be hacked. Okay, but some simple will believe that. Casey, it looks like you're not up on your flu shot. What's going on? You're not gonna take that? Your mortgage is supposed to come out next week. Be ashamed if it wasn't in there. Okay. These people are not here to please. Okay, they're not here to play.